In this video, I'm going to show you how to animate the sky from your background and export it as a GIF. So first thing we need to do is we need to create a new file. So we're going to click New File, and I'm going to use the Film and Video preset at the top, and I want to select the 1920 by 1080 pixel preset. That's going to set my width to 1920 pixels by 1080 pixels height. We're going to make sure that Artboards is unchecked and that our resolution is set to 72. And then the next thing I want to do is make sure that my background content is set to transparent. Go ahead and click Create, and you will see that your artboard pops up. If you don't have a timeline at the bottom of your screen, then you need to go to Window at the top, and then you need to navigate to Timeline. Okay, so for this video we're going to create a frame animation. So you're going to scroll down here and you're going to click the arrow drop down and you're going to select Create Frame Animation. So click that once, and then now you have to actually click on this button, Create Frame Animation. So we're going to click that once again, and now we're going to have a timeline with one frame on it. So what we're going to do next is we're going to duplicate this frame right here by pressing the little plus button at the bottom of your screen. So now we have two frames, and I want to set the frames to 0.5 seconds. So I'm going to hold shift and I'm going to click on the first frame because I don't have that selected. I just have frame 2 selected. So I'm going to press shift on my keyboard and I'm going to select both of those. Now I'm going to look to see where it says 0 sec for seconds. I'm going to click that drop down, and then from there I'm going to click 0.1 seconds, and that'll change both of them to 0.1 seconds. So now I'm going to click on the first frame and I'm going to import my images. So the way I do that is File, Place Embedded, and then now we can navigate to where they're saved on our computer. So in my case they're saved to my desktop, so I just simply click this right here, navigate to Desktop. If this happens, then you just click Allow, and then I'm going to embed one at a time. So I'm going to click the mountains first, and I'm going to click Place, and then I'm going to go ahead and scale this up since my transform tools are activated. So I'm going to press Option and click and drag the outside corner, and it'll scale it from the middle until it pops to the edge. And then now I can either click Done right here, or I can press Return on my keyboard to accept that change. And then you can just click off of it to get rid of the transform box. Now we're going to do that again. We're going to go to File, Place Embedded, and we're going to embed the cloud image now. And then the same thing, I'm going to hold Option and I'm going to click and drag the transform tools, and I'm going to make my image bigger than my artboard because I want enough to where the image can scroll from one side to the other. I'm going to zoom out, and I'm going to move this off to the corner, and then I'm going to press Done and click off of it. So now what I need to do is I need to move my cloud layer below the mountains. So I'm going to click over here on my layers panel, click and drag clouds down below. So now we can cut out the sky from the mountains. So to do that, we're going to select P for the pen tool. We're going to come over here. For me, I don't have paths, so I need to navigate to Window at the top, and then I need to find Paths. Okay, so from there I can create a new path and I can start from there. So my pen tool is already selected, so I'm going to start in the corner. I'm going to zoom in and I'm just going to start cutting out my image. So when I get to the very beginning, I'm going to click on that very first anchor point, and I'm going to close up my selection by clicking on it once. You'll notice that the cursor changed to a little circle. Okay, so from there, we're going to go to paths. We're going to right click on our path, and then we're going to click make selection. Right click on path, make selection. And then the feather radius is how blurred the edge is going to be. So we just want to blur it about 1 pixel. And then press OK. So now we're going to go back to layers. We're going to click on our mountains. And then I'm going to click on the mask down here at the bottom. So remember, if it does this to you, just press Command Z once. And then from there, with the selection still made, we want to invert it. So the hotkey for that is Command Shift I. Now we can go back to our mask and we can click on that, and it'll get rid of the old sky. Okay, so now we've got the sky cut out and we have our new clouds put behind it. So now we need to animate it. So we're going to click on the second frame. So remember, the first frame I already have. If I press V on my keyboard, I've already got this where I want it. So I'm gonna click on my first frame and just make sure that my clouds are exactly where I want them. I'm gonna click off of it, and then on frame 2, I'm gonna click on that, and then I'm gonna move that where I want it to end up. Just make sure that you don't leave any transparency behind. So make sure that the image fills up the entire screen. Okay, so now when I click on frame 1, it should pop back to where it was. So now I'm going to press Shift, and since I have the second frame selected, I'm going to click on frame 1 while holding Shift, and I'm going to come down here to the tween tool and see it. Click that once, and then from there I want to, let's just add about 30 frames and then press OK. So what that's going to do is it's going to take the first frame and the last frame, and it's going to create 30 frames in between that blends them in a smooth way. So now when I hit play, we'll be able to see our animation. So now's a great time to save your project file. So remember, Command Shift S. We'll do a save as. We can name it mountain or mountains. And then make sure that the format here says Photoshop. Press save. That will save all of your layers here in the path that you created using the bin tool. So now we need to export the GIF. So to do that, we need to File, Export, Save for Web. Okay, so in this dialog box, you just want to make sure that this is set to GIF, and we can leave everything else the same. Don't hit done, just hit save, and then we can navigate to where we want to save it on our desktop. So don't save it to your documents, save it to your desktop. You can either find it over here, or you can find it through this drop down. And then I want you to save it in your Photoshop folder on your desktop. Go ahead and hit save. And then to preview our GIF, we're going to navigate to Finder. I've got my desktop pulled up already. and then I'm going to find my GIF, so that's this file. I'm going to click on it once, and then I can press the space bar, and it'll preview my file. Press the space bar again to get rid of it, and alternatively we can right click on it, open with, and then either Safari or Google Chrome, and you can preview it there as well.